Arriving at Osgoode Station. Doors will open on the left.
Hey guys, today is Friday, November 13th. The time is 4:37 p.m. and the temperature is around 9 degrees Celsius. I'm here at Osgoode Station in downtown Toronto. And I'm just going to exit out to street level here. And the plan for this one is to head west along Queen Street West over to Ossington Avenue. And then I'll head north up to Dundas Street West. And somewhere around there, I'll catch a streetcar that heads east to Dundas Station, but I probably won't be recording that part. I don't know why I chose to come out the northeast exit there, but that is where I climbed out to University Avenue from. So I'm currently going south on University Avenue. There's a look to the east down Queen Street West. And I'll be crossing University here, and we'll continue west on Queen Street. You do have to move pretty good if you want to make it through this intersection in one shot.
No, they ordered me one. It's like $200.
Although there seemed to be a generous amount of time on that light cycle. So I'm currently on the south side of Queen Street West. And it is 4:40. I did check the sundown time on my way over here, and it said that that would occur at 4:54. This is easily one of the most popular streets in the city for retail. There's certainly been a lot of cannabis shops popping up along Queen Street West. And if you've been following along on the channel, you'll be aware that restaurants and bars are closed to dine-in service. That's not something you see every day. I couldn't even tell you what the heck that thing is. It's certainly noisy though. And there's a lumpy but well-decorated Christmas tree. This building is now the home of Bell Media, but it used to be the home of City TV and Much Music. I remember seeing a number of concerts in that parking lot, including one that featured the Smashing Pumpkins. Those were certainly the glory days of this building. There used to be Speaker's Corner on the corner right here. Just before I started recording this video, I did record a live stream. I was testing out a new setup where I was using 2 providers at once. I had the 5G provider on my phone and I was hotspotting from an LTE provider on another phone and using an app that kind of combined the 2 signals or bonded them together. All worked well until I got to Union Station and the path. So if you're watching that stream, I apologize for it sort of abruptly ending there. But on the bright side, I think that new setup worked quite well. And I really wasn't expecting it to work underground all that well. This guy across the street playing guitar has been out here quite often lately. Hopefully the gods of YouTube copyright won't flag me for walking by him. I didn't realize he was just playing a pre-recorded track underneath that. What is this lineup for? Brandy Melville. Looks like it's just a clothing store. And it feels like we've been greeted by some light rain. Hopefully that's all it is. And this is the intersection of Queen and Spadina. So just to the north of here is Chinatown. I think I came along this way, except in the opposite direction, on the other side of the street, last Saturday night. That just occurred to me as I started remembering that I'd seen a lot of these places quite recently. No harm done. I suppose I do try not to walk around the same areas too close together. There's Urban Outfitters. And it doesn't look like there's much in the way of sidewalk dining going on tonight. Although these are rather narrow sidewalks. And just to the south of here, behind this row of buildings, is Graffiti Alley. I did walk through there on last Saturday night's walk. That streetcar is going all the way to the western end of the city of Toronto. to the Long Branch Loop where it borders the city of Mississauga. Alternatively, if you're heading out that way, you could take a GO train as well.
He's just from a small town in Ontario. But it's like the same thing, like it's like half hour.
Yeah, it looks like we're in for at least another month of lockdown. In the city, they were planning on opening things back up a bit more on the 14th, but instead, due to the rising number of coronavirus cases, they've gone in the other direction. I imagine the number of empty storefronts will only increase. At which point, you'll have to wonder what the landlords will do when they no longer have paying tenants. There's certainly bound to be a rather large negative ripple effect throughout the local economy, as a lot of the people that work at these restaurants and bars live downtown.
That blocks off the plane.
And it is 4:54 p.m. So I guess this is what the official sundown time looks like. It's not like there's a magic point in time where someone flicks a switch and the lights go off anyways.
Are you walking?
And the street I'm heading to after this is well known for its restaurants and bars and nightlife. So I'm curious to see what Ossington looks like at this time on a Friday evening. And this is Queen and Bathurst up ahead. This would be where the West Queen West neighbourhood starts. And that'll carry on over to Dufferin Street, just past the Gladstone Hotel. There's the old St. Christopher House. That's sort of a community outreach center. And I'm certain this here is an old cinema. I'm just not sure of the particular history of this building. I guess that's something worth looking up. I think at some point in the near future, I'll do a Twilight walk through the financial district. As it's kind of neat to see all the light glistening off of those buildings as the sun starts to set. I think I've been walking around too long outside today. Apparently, Toronto will be classified as a red zone. I'm not sure what exactly that entails, but I think it's the highest level of coronavirus alert. And this is Palmerston. The stretch of Palmerston north of College Street up to Bloor Street in the Annex is easily one of the nicer residential streets in the city. There's a former Nando's Chicken. The Nando's on the Danforth in Greektown has also recently closed. I think the one on Bay Street is still alive and kicking. It's certainly unusual to see one of the most popular areas in the city relatively dead on a Friday evening like this. Normally this area is buzzing well into the early hours of the morning. Looks like we have some police cars up ahead. Must be something serious. One of them's not even facing the right direction. Maybe it's just a Timmy's break or whatever commotion they are attending to is cleared up. I think that's 4 police vehicles in total. There's a look at Sanko, which is a really neat retailer. I think I forgot this new camera even has a zoom. I'm used to the old one. I am quite pleased with the low light performance of it. I think I'll just upload this video as is out of the camera. Sometimes in low light conditions I do remove some of the noise. And that is the Roasted Nut. Some people have brought that place up in a live stream before. I've never been, but perhaps one day I'll try it. And just up ahead here on the right is Trinity Bellwoods Park.
What made me think like, okay,
And it looks like there's still a rather large presence of tents in the park. That's a phenomenon that kind of blew up this summer in particular. There's always been a few here and there in the city's parks, but since this virus came, we've seen what looks to be entire communities spring up. There's a plea for permanent housing. And this is Ossington Avenue. You can take that south down to Lakeshore, where you'll find the Princess Gates. And you can take those into the Canadian National Exhibition grounds. There used to be an old college in Trinity Bellwoods Park. It's kind of a neat history to this park. I've talked about it in prior videos. And Ossington Avenue will just be in a few blocks to the west from here. It's a rather large outdoor space that restaurant has. You're certainly one of the lucky ones to have a space like that during this particular moment in time. That's probably the difference between them being able to hang on or not. It's not just the restrictions that are hurting a lot of these businesses, but as there's more people working from home and less people working in total on a Friday night, there'd normally be a lot more people in this area who don't live in the city. We're working in the financial district or other areas. And they decided to stay out for Friday. Or suburbanites who often look forward to coming into the city on their weekends. This is kind of neat. That's got to be some kind of liability hazard. Whoever their insurer is probably not aware that they have open flames out on the sidewalk. There's a look at the CAMH Mental Health Center. Used to be a large psychiatric hospital. And there's another one down in Etobicoke along the lakeshore. That one is now part of Humber College. And earlier in the summer, I did a walk through there as well. Here we have our dueling cocktail supply stores. Apparently the owners of these two have quite a rivalry between them. I'm struggling to say words tonight. And here we are at Ossington Avenue. So I'll head north up to Dundas Street. This area has a reputation as being something of a hipster spot. If you're like me and you don't have facial hair and you're a guy, you'd certainly be in the minority in this part of town. Some Vietnamese food there. I have never been to that place. There's another one called, I think, the Painted Turtle, just up here. That's quite good.
Well, she was kind of easy about it.
These heat lamps are pretty much a requirement if these businesses are to have any customers tonight. So that's where Blondie's Pizza is.
Có tiếng Anh đấy.
Oops, it's actually the golden turtle. Shows how much I know. The sky does have a rather neat glow to it right now. Normally, this area would be full of people nibbling on finger foods and drinking out of Bellwoods Brewery's selection of craft brews. So just up ahead here is Dundas Street. And that's where I'll grab a streetcar or a bus, I think. And this is where Rotate This is now located. They used to be down on Queen Street West, near the area where I first walked through. Bodega licensed cannabis dispensary. And Dundas Street. Let me take a peek and see if there's a transit vehicle coming.
Kind of. Like, I'm just, it's one of those things that pushes my buttons and Ben's like, whatever, let's head now.
I suppose it might be quicker to grab a bus up to Ossington. That's a look east down Dundas Street. I don't see much coming right now. I'm just going to figure out when the next one is. I need a bit of a break after all this walking today. Thanks for tagging along this walk along Queen Street West and up Ossington Avenue. There are links to my Patreon account in the description if you wish to support the channel. You can also check out the channel memberships on the main channel page on YouTube itself. And there is a link to my Instagram in the description. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.